Welcome aboard. In the direction of travel.
So shout out to the L podcast for having me, man. Shout out to Lanequa. Shout out to the whole team, man. You know what I'm saying? Phizzy Tatted.
Hi, this is Lanequa from the L podcast. Thank you for tuning in to today's episode. We have another special guest on the show, y'all. His name is Phizzy Tatted. I'm going to let him introduce himself and give you his contact information.
Man, what's up, man? I'm Phizzy Tatted. You feel me? Out west Chicago. You know what I'm saying? You can find me on Instagram at Phizzy Tatted. Shit, damn near all social media. Just at Phizzy Tatted. And then my company name, Watch This Production. So shout out to them.
All right, bet. So I'm thirsty. I want to get right into the interview. So I seen you at the celebrity softball game. That was lit. I seen a lot of A-list faces from the city. I don't know if I seen so I seen Chance was there. I seen Gherbo. I seen Korporate. I know I'm missing. Was Vic Mensa there too?
Yeah, Vic was there too. Yeah, most definitely.
Okay, so first of all, how you get in tune with that opportunity?
See, what's crazy is after that day, a lot of people was hitting me up and asking me the same thing. So, I mean, I can't give you all the little secrets. I might give it to you off camera, you know what I'm saying? But pretty much, just a blessing, you know what I'm saying? I was blessed to meet, other, like-minded individuals, like other photographers, videographers, you know what I'm saying? And we got this little group chat where we just help each other out, we post like gigs or whatever, or we just real supportive. So they sent me the flyer, and then they told me how to sign up, and then I brought my team, because shit, it wouldn't been right if only I went and I ain't bring my team with me. So
that's such a blessing. That's such a blessing. So okay, so how was the team separated? Who was on each team? Can you tell me that?
All right, so I think it was like a gray versus the black team. So you got one team with shout out Gherbo, you know what I'm saying? You got one team with Herb, you got Ryan Henry from Black Ink Crew, and then, from Nine Mag, excuse me. And then on the other team, I think Chance was the head captain. He had Dlow over there with him, Dlow from out west. We had Vic Mensa over there. And then it was just a lot of other people, though. I don't want to really count nobody out, but I just know Chance was the head captain for one team, and on the other team, I think either Herb or Ryan was the head captain.
That was dope. So who team won?
Chance team won.
Dang.
Actually, shout out to Dlow, man. He was giving it his all out there. He was, you feel me? He's putting on the show for the fans out there. So shout out to him.
That's what's up. So who hit the biggest home run?
As far as a home run, I don't think anybody hit a home run. But like I said, I know Dlow is showing out. Chance, he brought his A game. He showed his leadership skills. Because I think at one point they was down. A couple little points or whatever. And then Chance, he rallied them back.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So as far as so you were able to do photography or video, or you did both at the event?
So pretty much I brought my team with me, you know what I'm saying? So we just split it up, you know what I'm saying? So I had one of us mainly focusing on photos. I had one of us mainly focusing on videos. And then me, I just play the field, you know what I'm saying? So I do the talking, I do the mingling, and then I either do photos or videos. I switch over, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, so multi-talented. That's what's up. So doing is it a certain strategy that you have to have filming and taking photos at a sports event like that? Because I know that's kind of different than being in an intimate setting with photography.
Well, the only advice I could really give, if you're doing a little sporting, if you filming, my suggestion would be filming at 60 frames per second, you know what I'm saying? So when you shooting with that type of speed, you're able to catch more with the camera. But honestly, though, to anybody that's out there that just want to get out there and do something, honestly, man, they ain't going to tell you this. This is a company secret, you know what I'm saying? But you can use your iPhone. These iPhones just as good as all these expensive cameras and stuff. I started with an iPhone. They told me I was unprofessional. I had to buy a professional camera. And now I see professionals using iPhones now. So, you know what I'm saying? Really just get out there and do something. Pick your camera up, use it. Shit, that's my advice.
Dope. Y'all heard them. So don't be spending all your money on all these expensive cameras, because these cameras not no joke. I think it's good to have one nice camera. But yeah, if you
Absolutely.
yeah, I definitely understand about budgeting. So I also seen that you was at the interview with Lakeya when she came up here. So how was that? Was you able to tape anything, or you did photos? How was that?
All right, so that one, that caught me off guard as well too. Like I said, I don't want to disclose too much, but I work with this lady. Some of you guys might have heard of her. Her name is Drea O, and she's everywhere you go. Shout out to Drea O. But yeah, pretty much she just hit me up and told me about this artist. And what's crazy, no disrespect, but I haven't heard of Lakeya at the time. But the song she had that was on the radio, I heard it. So it's like I put the face to the music. You know what I'm saying? But as far as that though, I was like the main like filmer, so I had to set them up. I had the mic her up. I had to have the cameras on point, the lighting on point, and everything. So that was about it. Then at the end of all that, she was nice enough to bless me with a photo, for the Instagram or some shit. So shout out to Lakeya and QC.
Okay. So, because that's a different setup. That's like a personal interview setup. So, what are your tactics when it comes to like doing like certain face shots, things like that with that interview?
Okay, so pretty much if I'm doing any interview, just as as you guys are, shout out to y'all too. I have multiple cameras, so I like to get different angles. I get a widescreen angle. With the widescreen angle, I like to have, both subjects inside the frame. And then I do like a tight shot angle. So a tight shot is like, it's like up close and personal. So the camera like, you know what I'm saying? The lens I use is a shorter lens, so it just has her in focus a lot. So like I say, use multiple camera angles and shit. Make sure the lighting on point, make sure the mic set up good, and then shit, you on point.
Okay. Now, do you gotta as far as planning, how do you plan your time? Because setup is everything. Like with me doing this, if setup is not on point, it make everything late. So how do you prioritize that?
Well, basically, I always try to tell my team, you know what I'm saying, like, we got to get there early. So if we give you a time, if we make it there at the time we give you, we late. So it's like we trying to get there 15 minutes early, shit. Sometimes we might get there 30 minutes early just to scope out the whole area, see like what's all around here, what restaurants, what stores, like what type of affiliations over here, you know what I'm saying? So I just say, show up. Don't show up on time, show up before time, you know what I'm saying? And then just set everything up, make sure everything, like don't everything go perfect, but make sure everything go as close to perfect as possible is what I say, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, cool. So did you always start with like photography and video editing, or you had something else and you just transitioned to this?
What's crazy, man, I don't even want to sound like the average nigga on this, but man, honestly, man, I sold, you feel me? I ain't gonna say what I sold, but I was trapping and shit. So like I wanted to be like the biggest trapper ever, but while I was trapping, I always stuck with art, you know what I'm saying? Like I always knew how to draw. I always knew how to, dress or whatever. And I just always been creative. So it's like I always knew how to do many things. It's just I just had to choose what I wanted to like put my focus on. So, after I, slowed down on the trapping, I'm like, I gotta do something like fulfilling, something that ain't gonna keep having me, just going in circles, as far as like the law or whatever. So shit, I just started believing in myself. Like when I was trapping, I was believing in my homies. So I was putting my money into my homies, but like ain't nobody gonna take like your money serious if you getting it to them or whatever. So I started like just investing in myself,
Facts.
believing in myself, and then I'm where I'm at today, pretty much.
Yeah, what I learned with a business, like you got the feeling to know how you want everything in your path to be, more than just putting it in somebody else. They could look at you, but they won't never really understand the passion like you do because it's your idea. So I definitely agree with that. So what's like your bucket list video, your bucket list photo shoot? Like,
Okay, right now, I have my major clientele is like, it's women. So like shout out to all the ladies out there, you know what I'm saying? One of God's greatest gifts to this earth, you know what I'm saying? Without them, it's no me. Without them, it's no life. So shout out to all the ladies out there. But as far as like my bucket list for like a video shoot or some shit, probably Drake, Lil Wayne, Lil Herb or some shit. Maybe I be on set with Cole Bennett or something, or I be on a movie set, cause I did shoot a short film before. Shout out my guy Gherbo. Gherbo, y'all can follow him, Gherbo ENT on Instagram. But he helped me shoot my first movie and stuff. He believed in us, so I want to do something with Denzel Washington. You know, if I'm fortunate enough. So yeah, I say those people.
And you could do it. That's a blessing. Like, even with you getting as far now and being in rooms, like, you already speaking it to existence. You gonna be there. So
thank you.
No if, you will. You
I
will.
appreciate that.
So I know you have a son. So how do you balance out your career and being a dad?
All right, so you know, sometimes that's kind of tough, you know what I'm saying? But really, honestly, the only thing I can say is you just need like a strong foundation or a strong partner, you know what I'm saying? You gotta have like a great support system, whether it's family or a significant other, or shit, even if like you had kids already. But pretty much, my son's mother, she's real understanding. She helped me out every chance she can get. Her family helped me out. My family helped me out. And then my homies that I consider brothers, you know, they helped me out as well. So it's like a real, like, we got a solid foundation over here, you know what I'm saying? So really, without my team, shit, I'm nothing. So shout out to them. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up. I hear you shouting out your team a lot. That's really good, because you can't do everything by yourself. So it's good to have a strong team. So where you see yourself in the next 10 years?
In the next 10 years, honestly, if I'm not a millionaire or a billionaire by then shit, I don't know what to say. Shit, if I'm not a millionaire or a billionaire by then I must ain't do something right. But by then, I feel like I have like establishments, businesses. I probably have like some charity, like some foundations or whatever, just helping people. You know what I'm saying? Like when I'm able to you know, get the blessings that in stores for me, I want to be able to reciprocate them blessings to other people. And sorry, I'm stuttering, man. I had to smoke a fat wood before I got in here, so I'm pretty high right now.
Trust me, you ain't the first one that had to get high before coming on the show. You good.
And I'm a little nervous. This is my first podcast, so shout out you guys for having me, man. It's definitely an honor, you know what I'm saying?
No problem. Thank you. Thank you for coming on the show. We glad to have you. I definitely love to see black men and women doing something with themselves, especially in a city like Chicago where stuff can get real shiesty. And the fact that you able to just go and pursue something, you decided to change your life from what you was doing to finding something creative. Like, you knew that about yourself. And I feel like black men sometimes in the media don't get enough credit. You know, they always bashing black men, but you know, black men need to get highlighted. The black men who is persevering despite what society think about them, despite what being black, you know, and you deciding to just pull forward and trust people and have a team. It take a lot to trust people. So you definitely need, you earned your stripes, definitely.
Thank you.
My last question, because I forgot to ask about this in the beginning. I seen you was in Atlanta. I seen you was in Atlanta.
Run into you in Atlanta. That's funny.
Yes. I wish you would have came to the event.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know what you was doing though, but I seen you had a photo shoot.
Yeah. So pretty much in Atlanta, man. Once again, it's something like I can't make this up, man. I say it's all, you know, it's all God's timing and God's plan. But I just spontaneously booked a trip to Atlanta. I told our main videographer that's a part of the company, he like, fuck it, I'm going with you. So shit, we end up going out there. Turns out this was the Hip Hop Awards weekend. So I'm like, okay, perfect. So we didn't make it on the red carpet event because we was partying too hard the night before, so we couldn't make it in time. But we end up shout out 1145. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but shout out them though. But we end up there. Ran into Ice Spice, Fredo Bang, Lil Kim. Fredo Bang don't know me from a can of paint, but shit, he seen me, we shook hands. They thought I was with him. I was in their section, shit.
Damn.
I got behind the scenes footage. Ice Spice recording this on the Instagram at Phizzy Tatted at Watch This Productions. Lil Kim, you know, shout out to her. Royalty was in the building. I ain't gonna lie, that's the first time I was like, you know, a little fanned out. She ain't see me though, but for like 5 seconds I was fanned out because like she walked past me. I ain't know it was her, you know what I'm saying? But You know, but it just felt good. Whenever I'm in Atlanta, they show us love and stuff, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, shout out to Atlanta. And then we finished up the week with like 5 video shoots. And we had like 2 photo shoots out there. So shout out to everybody that showed us love in Atlanta.
Yes, Atlanta. I love Atlanta. When I went down there for the business conference, it's lit. Atlanta do got a lot of love. So I'm glad you was able to get the opportunity to do that. So once again, before we leave off the L podcast, give everyone your contact information.
All right, so I don't want to be a little long-winded on this, but Phizzy Tatted with a PH, not an F, Phizzy Tatted, Phizzy Tatted, all social media. Follow the company, watch this productions. Follow my clothing line, Tatted Lifestyle Apparel, you know what I'm saying? And shout out to my barber, Scooter the Barber, man. He got me in here before I came today.
Yeah, that line.
Shout out to the studio that we in right now. Shout out to the L podcast, man.
Thank you.
And just shout out my whole team, my family, and shit. Even shout out my haters, man. I ain't gonna lie, you know what I'm saying? I gotta shout them out, cause I mean, they make me go harder, you know, besides my son and shit. My haters definitely motivate me. You know, I just don't speak on it too much, but shout out to y'all, man, because I know I know y'all see me, man, so shout out to y'all, man.
Right. All right, y'all heard them. Thank you for tuning in to the L podcast this week. We got the West Side in the building. Y'all been lit. And make sure you tune in to the episode next week, and we out.